We came across a story that hit home for a lot of families out there. A sister, a messy house, and a mother caught in the middle. Years of trying to help, years of being told she's the problem. Where does compassion end and accountability begin? Here is what happened. I never thought I'd be the person who dreads coming home. But here we are. My sister has always been messy, for as long as I can remember. Growing up, we shared a room. Her sigh looked like a disaster zone. Food wrappers under her pillows. Clothes piled so high you couldn't see the floor. I learned to live with it. Drew an invisible line down the middle of the room and kept my side clean, but when we moved in together during college, that's when it became impossible to ignore. She had a 2-year-old son by then, and the apartment we shared became unbearable. Dishes stacked in the sink for days, food rotting on the counter, her son's toys everywhere, sticky juice spills on the floor. I tried something. I stopped cleaning up after her. Thought maybe if I just didn't do it, she'd have to. She didn't. She just lived in it. Weeks went by. The smell got worse. Eventually, I'd crack. I'd spend an entire Saturday deep cleaning everything, scrubbing, organizing, hauling out trash bags. A few days later, it would all be back. I moved out after college, got my own place, and honestly, I felt like I could breathe again. But a few months ago, my sister moved back home, back to my mom's house, with her son, who's 5 now. And my mom is drowning. She works long hours as a CNA, 12-hour shifts on her feet, taking care of patients who need her. She comes home to a house that looks like it's been ransacked, pots with food still in them sitting on the stove, dishes piled up, stuff scattered across every surface, the bathroom a mess. Even my mom's own bedroom isn't safe. My sister leaves things in there, uses her space like it's communal. And on top of all that, my mom ends up watching my nephew half the time because my sister just doesn't. I couldn't take it anymore. So I went over there one afternoon. My sister was on the couch, scrolling through her phone. My nephew was watching cartoons. I asked if we could talk. She looked up at me. Already defensive, I kept my voice calm, told her gently that mom was exhausted, that the house was getting out of control, that maybe she could try to pick up during the day while she wasn't working. And that's when she flipped it. She said we've always made her feel dirty, smelly, weird, like an outcast. That growing up we made her feel worthless. That mom yelling at her about the mess when she was 8 years old scarred her for life. I stood there trying to process that. Because yeah, my mom yelled sometimes, out of frustration. But she never hit us, never cursed at us. She was trying to teach us, protect us from getting bullied at school for being the smelly kid. But my sister sees it differently. She got officially diagnosed with ADHD a couple of years ago, and she says she has depression, though that's self-diagnosed. I get it, I really do. I've read about executive dysfunction. I know ADHD makes certain things harder. But she also worked at a high-level corporate job for years. She managed that, she showed up, met deadlines, impressed people. So I know she's capable. But every time we bring up the mess, she uses her diagnosis like a shield. Says this is just how she is. That we're the ones making her feel bad about it. The last conversation we had, it got heated. I told her that my mom and I sometimes don't even want to come home anymore. That the house doesn't feel like a home. She looked at me. Really looked at me. Then she said she doesn't give a fuck what we think. That she knows she's messy. That's just who she is. And she doesn't need our validation. She said living at home with my mom makes her feel triggered. That having a relationship with either of us feels toxic. That we instilled a sense of worthlessness in her when she was a child. And now she's stuck reliving that trauma every single day. I walked out of that conversation feeling gutted because part of me wonders if she's right. If we did mess her up somehow, if our attempts to help her actually hurt her. But then I think about my mom. Coming home after a 12-hour shift and having to clean someone else's mess just to have a place to sit down. Not even feeling comfortable in her own bedroom. My mom, who gave us everything. Who worked herself to the bone to keep a roof over our heads. And I think this isn't fair to her. Every parent dreads this moment. When being kind means enabling. And standing firm means being called the villain. My sister isn't working right now. She has time, she has the ability, but she also has pain. Real pain that I can't just dismiss. So, where's the line? I tried talking to my mom about it a few days later. She was in the kitchen scrubbing a pot that had been sitting there for 3 days. Her shoulders were slumped on it. She looked so tired. I asked her what she wanted to do. She just shook her head. Said she didn't know. That she loves my sister. That she wants to help her. But that she's so tired. I told her she didn't have to keep living like this. She looked at me. And I saw something in her eyes I'd never seen before. Defeat. I went home that night and couldn't stop thinking about it. About my sister, who genuinely believes we ruined her, who feels triggered just being around us. About my mom, who's being punished for trying to create boundaries and teach responsibility. About my nephew, growing up in a house where mess is normal and no one's modeling what taking care of your space looks like. And about me, feeling guilty no matter what I do. I don't know if I was wrong to say something. Maybe I should have just kept quiet. Let my mom handle it. Stayed out of it entirely. But I couldn't watch her suffer anymore. At the same time, I can't shake my sister's words. The look on her face when she said we made her feel worthless. What if she's right? What if all those years of trying to protect her, we were actually breaking her down? I texted her a few days ago, just something simple. Asked if she wanted to grab coffee. She left me on read. My mom says my sister barely speaks to her now. Just takes her son to his room and stays in there most of the day. The house is still a mess. And my mom is still cleaning it. I keep thinking about what my sister said. That accepting her means accepting the mess. But does it? Does loving someone mean letting them disrespect the people who are helping them? Does compassion mean you're not allowed to ask for basic consideration? Or was I wrong to push her? To expect her to function the way I do when her brain works differently? I don't know. Parenting and family means making calls that hurt, no matter which way you go. Sometimes the hardest part isn't the mess. It's living with the fact that someone you love sees you as the villain. Was she wrong to ask her sister to clean up? Or was she ignoring real trauma that needed healing first? Thanks for listening, and tell us your thoughts in the comment section.